Welcome back to The Vocalist. Today we are listening to the artist Björk. This is a live performance of the song Yoga. Here we go.
Accidents that happen, just follow the dot. Coincidence makes sense only with you. You don't have to speak. I feel emotional landscapes. They pass on me, and the riddle gets solved, and you push me up to this state of emergency. How beautiful to be state of emergency is where I want to be.
I'm gonna stop a little earlier than usual. I don't believe I've heard her before. I know the name. I've heard of her, but when I was looking through some song titles, I didn't recognize any. And even now, what I'm hearing is not registering as familiar to me. So I think this might be a first time listen. My initial thought was she might have been one of the artists to pave the way for cursive singing. The way she is singing through vowels is very reminiscent of that style to me. So it's really interesting to hear that particular quality from an artist who's been around much longer than cursive singing, I believe, has been popular. So back to the beginning.
Accidents that happen, just follow the dot. Coincidence.
Sorry. I wanted to focus on the vocals, but then I got a little distracted by the music itself. I love the use of orchestra here. I love that there's a conductor. It is such a beautiful part of the art form that maybe we don't get to enjoy as often in contemporary music, because everything is just always to a steady beat. And yes, there are a lot of bands, and I've commented on this before, their timing is impeccable. They've worked out different time signature changes so that their transitions are really smooth, but it's almost as if it's reminding me a little bit of recit in opera, when the singer is just allowed to communicate the words in their own timing to an extent, and then the conductor knows where those big beats are that they have to bring in the orchestra. And this is, I would have to look at the music to see how structured this may or may not be, but that's sort of what it's the feeling it's giving me here.
Accidents that happen, just follow the dot.
It's very speech-like, and a decent amount of fry, even though it doesn't feel... It doesn't feel like that's the intent. I think the fry is just a... Oh my goodness. Words are escaping me today. It's like the aftermath, the... What word am I trying to think of? It's the result of her focus on the text.
That happened, just follow the dot. Coincidence makes sense only with you.
It's almost as if we're not getting consistent vibration in the chords. Let me...
Follow the dot. Coincidence makes sense.
Like, even the way she said may, it feels much more spoken than sung, but we're still getting a little bit of tone.
Only with you, you don't have to speak. I feel emotional landscape.
Even there, it doesn't sound like it's fully sung through. This is so interesting because it's almost like she's on a teeter-totter, you know, really balancing between that full sung phonation and something that is more spoken.
They pass on me and the riddle gets solved, and you push me up to this state of emergency. How beautiful to be state of.
That was a really good example of like the timing and just her phrasing, how it's... I cannot put my finger on it.
How beautiful to be state of emergency is where I want to be.
It sounds to me like she uses a significant amount of air pressure. And so when, rather than getting that really sung, elongated phrasing, it's still very powerful. It's still connected, but there is a, I don't know, just like an edginess or a sharpness to it. And it just, it feels very direct to me, which I imagine was the intent given the text that I've heard thus far. Yeah. I might be left speechless at the end of this. Here we go.
All that no one sees, you see deep inside of me.
I want to try and better communicate what I meant earlier with regards to phrasing and not getting consistent vibration.
All that no one sees, you see deep inside of me.
Okay, I don't know if I'm saying the right words, but oh, that no one see. Like, you can hear how when I do that briefly, it has more connection because it's just like the consistent tone, the consistent vibration in singing. But I cannot replicate what she does. Like, I would have to listen to this a number of times because it seems more spoken. Hold on.
All that no one sees, you see.
No one sees. Like, she's not fully singing through everything. It's very spoken, and I just think I think it's really special because there is an element that still feels sung, even though we can recognize it's not, if that makes sense.
Deep inside of me, every nerve that hurts, you heal. Deep inside of me, ooh, you don't.
Love those rolled R's. And then here again with phrasing, the way she almost interjected with that, I think she said woo.
Heal deep inside of me, ooh, you don't have
Even
to
connected.
speak. I feel emotional.
That's insane oh my gosh. I need to hear so much more from her. When she started that, I think the words emotion that she's singing, very present, lots of press in the chords, and sounds very sung to me, but as the line descends, it just morphs into something else entirely.
Don't have to speak, I feel emotional.
It's both textured and airy, and so in order to achieve that, after so much press, she had to find some separation in the chords, but not so much that they weren't coming together and making sound at all.
Landscapes, they pass on me, confused, and the riddle gets solved.
I don't know if we're gonna get another angle of this. I love how neutral and relaxed her tongue is when she's opening up for these higher, more pressed notes.
Confused, and the riddle gets solved, and you push me up to this state of emergency. How beautiful to be state of emergency is where I want to be. State of emergency. How beautiful to be.
Here's my theory. I could be so off because I don't know her full intent, but it sounds to me like she uses that extreme amount of air pressure to aid in this speech-like tone. And we're even hearing like on the inhalation, like with the lowered soft palate, just that it doesn't feel like a gasp of air, but there's a lot of air coming in. And so I feel like she takes advantage. When you take in a ton of air, it's got to go somewhere. Now, to an extent, we can use our abdominal muscles. We have the intercostals and the ribs that all help us as we slowly release said air. But sometimes, as soon as you take in a huge breath, like that initial release has to go somewhere, and it usually leaves your body pretty quickly compared to the control you have as you move through the rest of your air. And so it sounds to me like she's taking in a lot of air in order to just get this incredible tone. Again, there's a lot of press in moments, sometimes textured, so raspy or gritty, sometimes airier, but I feel like there's just a lot of force and a lot of air pressure behind all of these tones.
Landscapes.
That descending pattern, she put a glottal on every one of those vowel articulations.
Landscapes, they pass on me, confused. And the riddle gets solved, and you push me up to this day down.
I don't know if we're gonna get that again. That was so gorgeous, having that little pop up into head voice.
And the riddle gets solved, and you push me up to this day down. Emergency, how beautiful to be stayed down. Emergency is where I want to be stayed down. Emergency. Stay down. Emergency. Stay down. Emergency. How beautiful to be.
I can't remember if I commented on her pronunciation, but I love the way she's saying emergency. I know I mentioned the rolled R's, but hanging out on that M and giving us that beautiful hum, emergency, I thought that was so beautiful. The reason I want to listen to more, actually there are a couple of reasons. I'm curious to hear more just from a vocal perspective. We had a lot of variety in this song with regard to texture, but not as much with range. But I am curious about her writing and the songs that she sings, because I don't know that she would ever showcase a drastic or like a dramatic range in any song, because she just seems super intentional with the text and how that gets delivered. And so if a high note or a low note isn't serving that, I doubt she would incorporate that in a song. I'm making all of these assumptions after one performance, not even a full performance, just one excerpt. But this rattled my brain a little bit. I think that's the other thing, is some artists, it's really hard to get a big picture because they are constantly innovating and showcasing a lot of variety, but I don't know. We'll see what I find. That is it for today. Thank you guys so much for this recommendation and for watching with me, and hopefully I will see you next time.